Hey there, good morning. It's Thursday and I'm back, and we're going to talk to you a little bit today about your security during a real estate transaction. And oh my gosh, Kaylin, what are you doing?
Well, those cyber hackers are out there. I'm, you know, I got I'm,
Are you
I don't want anybody hacking me.
your
Yes,
computer?
I am. Oh,
Oh my gosh.
those retina things, they
What?
can see me.
Oh, they're reading your eyeballs?
They're reading my eyeballs. Cybersecurity, it's a thing. I know. See, it's facial recognition. You know that new iPhone 10?
Oh.
The little face thing. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
So wear your sunglasses.
Yeah,
so
unless you have an identical twin, I think you're okay. But, I'd be a little afraid out there.
Well,
Yeah.
is your computer going to be okay after taping it all up?
I think so.
I think that's going to prevent those cyber hackers from getting in there?
Probably not.
Okay. So we don't recommend duct taping
We
your
don't.
computer at all. You could wear the sunglasses for.
Yeah, you can.
We do that with cattle too. We do retina. Anyway, that's a whole nother topic.
Wow.
So
that's a
so instead of
egg
doing
thing. I
things,
didn't know.
you can scan the retinas so that you know that that's the calf that you're taking to the fair, and you're not bringing another one.
Oh my gosh. What? Hey, this is a full-time educational Facebook Live. You learn about cattle and you learn about real estate transaction and how to keep your information safe.
Keep your information safe.
That's right. That's right.
Actually, that is the topic that
It
we're really
is.
going to talk to you about, because we just had, especially with the whole
Yeah.
Equifax thing that just came out, and there's wire frauds. There's a lot of things going on right now that it's really important.
It is. It is important to make sure that the information that you're receiving via email is actually from us.
Yes.
But a lot of the sensitive information we're getting from you, we're going to be using secure software platforms. We're not going to ask for sensitive information via text or email,
Right.
because those are the kinds of things that people can hack into. Because you'll every once in a while get that email and say, hey, don't accept a friend request from me because I've been hacked.
Right.
So make sure you change your passwords often.
Change your password.
Yep.
Use really good passwords.
Really good passwords.
Which then you have to keep a list, right, of all your
Yeah, I know.
passwords.
And then
It's really
it
complicated.
is very complicated, yes. So, yeah, don't use password for your
Yeah,
password.
1, 2, 3 password.
Yeah, 00000.
0.
Not a good
1, 2,
idea.
3, 4. Don't do it.
So, yeah, so let's say we're in a real estate transaction, and we just worked with a couple that were moving here from Texas. They were here,
Yeah.
but their bank was in Texas where their funds were.
Right.
And you think, oh, I'll just wire the funds.
Yeah,
That's easy.
No, it's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy, especially if you are away, because they thought they had everything set up because they talked to their bank prior to even moving,
Exactly.
but the bank didn't tell them that was a certain limit.
Right. Communication. There, yes.
We've already talked about that, but that's really important.
Very important. So, don't expect that, I'll just wire my funds.
Right.
Because we don't really want that in a real estate transaction, because there have been wire fraud issues. There's been some people in Iowa that have had an issue where, and it came through an email.
It did.
At the last minute, prior to it closing, it came through an email that we need to change where you're wiring your funds, and so they did that and they lost their money.
Yeah,
so
like
we're not going to
$84,000 worth of lost money or more. So
exactly.
That's a lot.
So we're not going to change those instructions on you at the last minute, and we're going to talk to you earlier in the process about where those funds are going to go and how we're going to get them.
Yeah, so I had one with somebody that was coming from California as well, and we had a whole process set up that I'm going to get them, then we're going to call each other, me, let's read what that looks like. So you just need to have really good communication, and we were talking about that if somebody new calls you, because they're actually getting really good at even calling people.
Right.
And so if somebody randomly calls you that you're like, I've never talked to this person ever before, you should question anything that's different.
Yep.
So like if Kaylin and I are the people you've been talking to on the transaction, and all of a sudden Brandon Smith from whatever calls you, you're like, I've never talked to Brandon during this whole transaction.
And even they say, oh, I'm Lisa's processor, or I'm Kaylin's assistant. If you've never been introduced to our processor, our assistant, it's probably not us. So we've been really lucky. We've not had really issues, but this is coming up, and this is an issue in real estate. So,
it is.
Be careful out there. So
right. So on the real estate side, Kayla and I were talking about, like, they don't need a ton of your personal information.
I don't.
Now, on the loan side, I have all of your personal information. I know a lot about people at the end. And so for us, even on our side, I know some of our clients have said, oh my goodness, I have to set up a new password and I can't, it's harder to get into those items. Well, I will tell you that that is part of our systems for keeping your information secure. And so most of the time for us, for you to sign our documents, it is, you're putting in a new password. We have certain passwords that we use. You have to set up an account on our mobile app. It's great because it is a secure system to upload your documents. We also have another whole system that you can upload documents securely, because it really, you don't want to actually email me your taxes that has your social security number and things, your kids' social security. I mean, think about what's on your taxes. I mean, those things, and just say, hey, Lisa, here's my taxes in your email, and then send them to me isn't sometimes the best thing. So uploading them via a secure site or doing things like that is really important.
You know, don't you wish those cyber hackers would get a real job?
Real job.
I mean,
they just work.
Yeah. I'm not, seriously.
Not take other people's money.
Yeah. What's the point? What's the joy in that in life? Is harming other people. I don't get it. But, you know,
what would your mother think? Books say.
Yes. Get rich quick. Well,
yeah. There's that one.
Yeah. But, yeah, you can't spend it in jail. So if you're out there cyber hacking, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
so
you're making all of our lives pretty miserable.
Yeah, yeah. But make sure you're working with us.
Yes.
You know, trusted professionals that are using safeguards to make sure your information's safe.
You really do. And so even if it's not, as you really want to make sure that somebody's just not asking you for like
random
never ask, especially over text messaging is really popular, and you just don't want to send things, social security numbers, birth dates, all of that via
text or emails. I'll call you if I need it. So will Lisa. But you know what one of the safest things to use is? Fax machine.
Yes.
They haven't figured out how to hack a fax machine.
Fax machines, which I know they're kind of archaic, right?
Yes, yes.
If you are 24, you might not even know what a fax machine is.
Yeah, true. Hey, I remember the thermal paper fax machine.
Oh my
gosh. First, you know, it was a roll of thermal paper.
You had to like take the sides off, right?
You did, and they put it in, and there's no memory in those. So if the paper ran out before the fax was done, you didn't get the fax. So you had to call them and to resend the fax, but wait till I get the new roll of thermal paper on there. You're scrambling, and you know, where's the rolls? You know, yeah, it was a nightmare. But yeah, that was.
We've come a long way, baby.
We've come a long way, yeah. But yeah, faxes, you know, I've kind of, you know, archaic, but they are a secure way to send documentation. So anyway.
They are.
Yeah.
Cyber hackers out there, do not hack.
Taping your computer won't help.
Don't do that.
It's painter's tape. It comes off really easy. Well, guys, if you have any questions about the topics we talk about, you know, please let us know. And, you know, next week we've got a little surprise for you.
We do. It's a big surprise.
I'm going to be on location, and it's a surprise location.
A surprise location, which all of us, like, I wish I was going to be with her, but I'm going to be here, and she'll be somewhere special.
I'll be somewhere special. So have a great week, guys. Yeah. Gunda.
Gunda.
Hint, hint.
Hint, hint.
Bye.
Bye.